So the art of paper quilling. So what we're going to do in order to get started is we are going to be wrapping this thin strip of paper around a cylindrical object. So you can typically do this either around your finger, you can do it around a pencil or a marker. You want to try to find something that's super skinny though. The skinnier the object, the better and tighter your coil is going to be. So I chose just a really thin paintbrush. Sometimes even sewing needles or stitching needles are really good to use. Chopsticks are great. Colored pencils are really great. So this is how you get started. So you're going to take your object, take your thin strip of paper, and you're going to place it underneath, and you're going to try to tightly wrap it around to get started. And once you have that tucked under, it should be pretty secure. You're going to hold it with your two fingers and then wrap it. So notice that I'm continually holding this piece of paper so it does not pop off, and I am rolling it. So I want to make sure that the paper stays on top of itself, like so. And then you're just going to kind of wrap. And the more you do this, the better you're going to get. And the key is to really keep it tight. And if it gets loose, just start over again. Just try again. So you really want to make sure it stays tight. And you're going to keep going until you go all the way to the very, very end. All right. Notice that I'm kind of pinching it together to make sure that it does stay almost like, like a toilet paper roll, right? Where it just stays right on top of itself. There we go. Okay, cool. So then when you take it off, like so, this is going to be your tight coil. So that was this first one right here that we did, the tight coil. In order to get a closed coil, or also like to call it kind of like the loose coil, you're just going to take it and then just kind of open it up, and then you should have your loose coil. If you want it to be even looser than that, I will usually take my little tool and stick it through the center piece right here, and then just kind of go like that, and then you'll be able to kind of loosen it up a little bit. There you go. So you can kind of get it as loose as you want. That was a little too loose, but okay. So that's how you make those. Now to make some of these fun shapes, I'm going to take this very basic coil, and it's good to see all of the lines of paper inside, because that's where you're going to get all of these little details inside of these shapes. The first one I'm going to show you is the teardrop. If you notice the teardrop, the center is actually towards the bottom. So I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to move the bottom. See how springy that is? You're going to move the bottom center towards, actually let's use it, push it off to the side this way. Then you can still see all of the lines of the paper. So I'm going to push it off to the side and then gently push with my finger so that you're creating that teardrop. Okay, so the bottom stays round, and then the top you're going to just kind of pinch off like so. And then when you let go, you should be left with kind of like a teardrop shape. You can still see all of those lines inside. Looks really, really great. Cool. If you get any of these little flappies that come off, I like to just take my glue, and you can just use a little dot. It does a lot. Really, seriously, that's not a lot of glue. And you're just going to kind of gently press that there, and that could be one of your pieces. Okay, so that was the teardrop right there. All right, let's see, another way you could do this, there's the petal. The petal is very similar, where you're going to move the center off to the side and then pinch it. But you're also going to kind of curve it a little bit as you're pinching, and I'm also shaping and curving. I don't know if you can see this. I'm curving the paper. You can even go up on top and kind of curve it a little bit in order to get more of that petal shape. Okay. And again, I have a little piece popping up on the very end. Not a big deal. Just a dot of glue. We'll get that down. All right, so then you should have, my center kind of moved off a little bit. That's okay. So then you should have kind of like a petal shape. Oop, this is stick to me. Cool. Sorry, it's a little fuzzy. There we go. Okay. Next one, I call this one the eye. Let's take one of these guys. So the eye, you will just use both of your hands this time. Wait for my camera to focus, sorry. I might even move this off to the side. You might be able to, it might focus a little bit better for you. There we go. Okay, so this one I'm going to take both sides, and then I'm just going to kind of pinch on the sides, and it's going to create this. You want to keep, you don't want to pinch too hard, you just want to pinch on the corners, because you want to keep this shape of like an iris. So you want to keep that shape nice and round, but these are just the corners, or the eyelids are kind of like this almond shape off to the side. So I'm just gently pressing like so. So then you should have your nice eye shape like so. All right, let's see, I'll show you a couple more. One that kids ask me a lot about is how to do the star. So to do the star, it's very similar to this one, how we started here. So we're going to take this, we're going to pinch the sides. Then I'm actually going to kind of push in like so. And then I'm going to turn it and kind of do the same thing. I'm going to pinch until it turns into kind of like a star. You can even kind of bend it a little bit. Wow. There we go. Kind of helps if you have like really small fingers. Delicate work. All right. My middle got a little warped. That's okay. Still has a really interesting shape. So that was kind of my star. And if I had a needle, I'd probably go in and fix my middle. There it goes. So there's my star. Not the best star I've done, but there you go. Okay, last one I want to show you is going to be the heart, and then I'll let you kind of problem solve the other ones here. And the heart, you actually, I'm going to show with a strip. You want to fold it in half first, and then you're going to just kind of fold it there. And then what you're doing is you're going to create your coils kind of going inwards like this, so it's going to create that heart shape. So I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to coil it. Ooh. And boing, got my coil. To the other side. Go. Almost there. And boing. There we go. All right, and that was my heart. All right, friends, lots of different options for you to do. As always, have fun creating. I'm really excited to see what you make. See you later. Bye.